If you come here by train, changing at Brussels for example on Eurostar, this is the railway station where you arrive. It's a very impressive and charming little station. Well, this is our digs in Brugge, or Bruges as the English wrongly call it. We've arrived on a very sunny and warm evening, but apparently the weather's going to be a bit mixed over the next few days, so we might be dodging the showers a bit. So there's some very typical Dutch architecture in the lovely old streets of Brugge. Some very charming little buildings around the outside. So if we look along this charming street, our eye is drawn to the magnificent church in the middle of town, over there. And a very lovely canal goes through the middle of Brugge, lined with lovely patrician houses on either side. Everywhere you go in Brugge there's these lovely Dutch gabled houses. Well, there's a bit of a passeggiata going on, but it's mostly window shopping, because all the shops seem to shut rather early, rather like in England. And the town square in the evening is particularly charming, with all the little restaurant lights lit up and the sun shining on the Renaissance buildings, including the famous tower. Yes, this is the most happening area of Brugge, the main square. As ever, there are some charming little decorated gables around the main square. So charming to see everyone sitting outside at the restaurants on this lovely warm evening. Our first morning in Bruges means we need to go back to the station and car park to retrieve some bits and bobs, so we're walking through the sunny streets. By the way, gang, if you have heavy luggage and stuff to bring from the railway station, there's a free bus that goes around the town. This is one of the stops actually, which is near our digs, and it's just on the way to the main square. Well, we're sitting in the main square having a nice breakfast before we do the boat trip. Approaching the Berg now because we want to go on a boat tour. There are lots of boat trips in Brugge around the canal. It's a little bit like Amsterdam in that respect.
It's the highest brick tower in the Low Countries. The church is famous for the mausoleums of Mary of Burgundy and her father Charles of All. Also, you'll see in white marble a statue of the Madonna by Michelangelo, the Madonna with a Child. and that's inside the church as well, between the 13th and 16th century. Et la tour de l'église Notre-Dame avec une hauteur de 122 mètres. This building that our city had in 1188 was a German painter, Hans, in 1188. Lowest walls in Bruges, 100, all in different places here. On a beaucoup dessiné à Bruges, 100 au centre de ville ici. 100 signes. Grand bâtiment musée de la bière, il y a 2 au centre de ville. Le faux Bruges et le fort Hendrik. Le Heineken de Heerhuis, c'est une très belle collection de primitifs flamands. On the right hand side in the background, the Hurling Museum, Eurostar Museum signs 1930 with collections of the left to control. Après nous avons la bière comme un frère. And below is an autograph oven under the clock daar. And so the people there standing under the clocks, under the bells. Il y a aussi les gens là-bas ici, juste au-dessus de la carillon là-bas. Wunderschön. Beautiful. You can always picture that. Ils sont tous nettoyés les façades quelques années passées. They all cleaned up the facades a few years ago. Dunkirk and Brugge. Flag of Bruges. Drapeau de Bruges encore une fois. 1747, 1747, 1747 hat er aus den 17, 18 Jahren die Häuser gebaut. All 17, 18th century houses in that part of the city. All the original colours, the Justice,
Justice coming up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the trip an der Firma ein bisschen trinken für die Bootsmann ist allzu angenehm. Wünsche euch einen wunderschönen Mittag noch zusammen in Brugge. Vielen Dank. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. 100 hôtels au centre de ville et 87 magasins de chocolat.
There's always lots of cyclists and scooterists in Brugge, with lots of tourists being led around by guides. It's a very charming, pretty place. Brugge is absolutely heaving at midday. I'm guessing people go home in the evening because it was very, very quiet when we came last night. So this is the Brugge Square, which has some lovely Renaissance buildings. Just around the corner from the main town square. Day 3 of the holiday, and they are setting up for a market in the square. So just checking out the flower market now after a little Dutch breakfast. So this little lake is called the Minna Water, or Romance Lake, and you can see the Romance Bridge in the distance there. Well, the sunshine has come out with a vengeance again, and it's very busy as we walk towards the centre of Brugge once more. So we're back on the very charming main square. Late afternoon, it's very busy now.